Hi guys and welcome back to the Blues Focus channel for yet another opposition view video. Today I'm joined by Dore On Tour. How are you, mate?
I'm not too bad. How are you doing?
Very good, thank you. Very good.
Thank you for letting me on channel.
All right, mate. It's a pleasure having you on. I've seen some of your content before, anyway, because I keep up with Nottingham Forest. To be fair, because I actually was born in Nottingham, so I have.
Whereabouts?
I was born in. I could try and remember the hospital now. I feel like it's is it Queen something Hospital?
Queen's Medical Centre.
Yep, that's the one.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
yeah.
I was born there, so I always have a soft spot for Nottingham, to be honest.
Okay.
And plus, I don't like Derby. I have a
I
resentment
like you.
for
I
Derby
like you. I
County.
like you now.
Mate,
I
I
like you now.
grew up in a little town called Swadlincote, which is near Burton upon Trent, and
Oh
everyone's
yeah.
a Derby County fan. So living around there, but I became a Blues fan through my family, my granddad,
Okay.
dad, all that passed down. So yeah, but no, I'll always have a soft spot for Forest. So yeah,
Okay. That's good. That's good.
excited for this one. Should be good. So yeah, no, just we'll get straight into things. What are your overall thoughts on Forest season so far?
Where should I start? It's been an awful season for us so far. As you know, we lost the first 4 games of the season under Sam Limucci. He got sacked. Chris Hughton comes in. If you look at the whole season, it's been dreadful.
Yeah,
But it's kept. Well, we're not mathematically safe yet. But if you look at it, he's an experienced manager, and all around it's been poor, and it's just not been good enough for Forest stands at all.
yeah, no, I think that's fair to say. I mean, the way things collapsed at the end of last season, I think that left everyone in shock. I couldn't believe it
Don't,
myself. You
don't
know,
talk about it. Don't talk about it.
it's just the fact that Stoke had nothing to play for, and then that happens. Like,
Thomas, we're gonna fall out. Thomas, stop mentioning that game, please.
I will stop there, but no, it was a sad one to see. I think that was the first time he left the top six almost all season, so it was baffling. But no, this season you definitely had higher expectations, and they've just not been met whatsoever. It's a shame the way things ended for Lamucci. He was first long term-ish manager you'd had for God knows how long.
It was. The thing, Lamucci, like I said, if you look at it, before we had the pandemic, he was a fantastic manager. Like people will complain about him being defensive, but he won games, and that's what Forest were missing, especially away from home, because we were shocking before Lamucci came in. And as you know, like after the pandemic, we was awful. Stoke game that killed us, but not even that. I think the Derby away game we drew 1-1. That game just killed us, mentally killed us. So I felt sorry for Lamucci, but it is what it is when it comes to management.
Exactly, these things happen in football. I do remember that Derby game very well. I was so annoyed. I was like, "Why can't you just hold on for one more minute?" But
I think I felt I was on BBC. I was live on BBC as well, and when they scored, Derby fans coming from my neck, and it was awful.
I can imagine. I remember hearing about that bloke that jumped in the River Trent, thinking that the game had been won, and then
It
just to
was
find
funny.
out.
It was funny because I'm a big Forest fan, and everyone thought it was me. Like it wasn't me. Like I'm not that crazy.
Well,
Not that crazy.
yeah, exactly. It's one of them. But no, it's obviously things were on the up, and then you lose players like Matty Cash, who was just so pivotal last season. So it's hard to replace players like that, and even
to your rivals.
Exactly. Yeah. No.
To your rivals.
We don't need to talk about that. And obviously they rave about him enough as it is. I stopped liking Matty Cash when he left for Villa. So that's where we leave that one. But yeah, no, it's also it's a struggle when you lose players like Ben Watson as well. Who's I believe he was your captain actually.
100%.
Yeah,
the thing about Ben Watson, because like when he first came to Forest, everyone thought, no, not another player that he's old, he doesn't know what he's doing. But he was one of our top players last season because
Yeah,
that position he played, like sitting in front of the centre backs. That's the play that we needed, and the way that he left, like Forest didn't even didn't say a goodbye message to him. I think I'm not what annoyed Forest fans. So Ben Watson, we missed that type of player for this season. So
yeah.
it's just been a bit annoying.
No, it is a shame when stuff like that happens. And I mean, I'm sure you're not into. It's not the worst ownership you have, but it's also not the best when they just want to bugger off all your best players to Olympiacos after time. Um,
Oh, don't mention that. Don't mention that. It's just like we brought in, we send players to Olympiacos. We send one of one of our top players there, Thiago Silva. He was
yeah,
like one of the good players last season, and he's gone to Olympiacos. But he wanted to go. He wanted to go to Olympiacos. So what can you do? And then we bring in, I don't know, 2 or 3 players from Olympiacos, and they've not done well. Well, Cafu has done well for us, but apart from that, he's not. These we call them the rejects come to Forest, so
yeah,
it is what it is.
pretty much. I do think you tend to sign a lot of those types of players, unfortunately, and then there's every one pick of the bunch that does all right. Um, but no,
Yeah,
I think you, to be honest, you do too much transfer business these days. I think
14 players, 14 players.
that's unbelievable. Like it just mess around the squad really, won't it? It'll be harder to settle, get a core group.
100%, 100%. Like with the 14 players, like I said, we brought in Harry Arter, experienced midfielder. He can't get a chance. We brought in who else? Like Anthony Knockard. Like he's been up and down this season. And we brought, like I said, we brought in so many players like Lau Taylor. He's come from Charlton, and
Mm.
he's not had a chance. And there's been 3 or 4 players that can't even get in the team. So 14 players, like it's just been an awful window for us, and it's been an awful season for us.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you kind of all your goals are coming from all over the pitch as well. You've not really got any key players that are performing consistently. Whereas you do have those types of players in the squad, like Graben, who can be that, even Lyle Taylor on his day, but it's just struggled to find the form really this season, unfortunately.
Yeah, like you mentioned Graben. Graben, like last season, he scored 20 goals, and this season, me personally, he's been way below par, and
Mm.
I think he scored was it 4 or 5 goals for us this season, and
I think it's only four,
it's
yeah.
4 goals, and it's not been great, and this is what we're near the bottom half. I think we're safe, but
Oh yeah,
it just,
definitely.
it's just not been good at all.
Definitely not. But I think one of the positives to take from this season is a player like Alex Myton, who really seems on the rise, which is nice to see. Always good when youth
The,
comes through.
the thing about Alex Manson, he's raw. He's raw. He's not the finished product because he's still learning his trade. He's slowly got into the team because and as you know, Chris Hughton, he doesn't play much young players in the squad. But I think there's a game that stood out. I think what game it was now. There's a game that stood out, and since then he's played for Forest. But when we bring young players in, they always play fantastic. So I think hopefully next season, if we can keep Myton, hopefully he can kickstart the season next season. And as I said, I've been saying this for the last 23 years. Forest can do something, can go up.
Yeah, exactly. I think you'll keep hold on to him, to be fair. But I suppose just kind of speaking on those key players at the moment, who should we look out for on the pitch on Wednesday?
It's got to be James Garner because
Mm.
it was funny because he was at Watford, and when he first signed for Forest, the first thing I said, "Who is this guy? Who is this guy?" And then he made his debut against Coventry at your Grand,
Yeah,
and then next game was against I think it was Wickham, and then I was like, "What the hell? This player is fantastic!" And then slowly he's building up, and he's a player that we've missed for the whole season because he can ping the pass. I mentioned Cafu, like him and Cafu playing together. have been fantastic. Like Cafe will sit there and Garner will just ping it. So for Garner, like I said, he's been fantastic. I don't think we'll keep him next season because, like I said, he's been fantastic for us. But yeah, it's going to be hard for us. But like I said, he's been a player just to watch for us.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with you there. Obviously, a Man United youth product, clearly doing well, which is, I suppose, expected when you're in a youth academy like that. And I don't know whether you'll be able to have him back on loan next season if they bugger off to the Super League. So, who knows? Who knows?
I wish.
Exactly. But I suppose talking about better times, what's your favourite memory on playing Blues?
It was funny enough. I don't know if you watched my vlog. Last season when you beat us 2-1, I went on the pitch at half time.
I do remember. I remember watching. I was there, so I remember seeing it.
Was you booing? Was you one of the players that was booing? One of the fans was booing me because
I probably was.
It was a fantastic feeling. If Birmingham fans remember, I was on the pitch half time.
I remember. Didn't you come and give us some stick at the Tilton? Yeah, I remember you were taking the mickey, and I was like, I reckon I think that's Dore On Tour, you know. And I was like, yeah, because it was that little kick game where you kind of
yeah.
Into the circle. Yeah, I remember, and you were like fully giving it some. And, yeah, it was a good laugh. No, it was a good laugh, and I probably did.
Yeah. Yeah, I love it. It was a fantastic moment for me. Just going on the ground. That's the first time I've been on a away ground. So being there was experience. But at the same time, when we're winning 1-0, and then we miss the penalty, and then 30 seconds later you go to the other end and score. Yeah. And I thought, so this is not going to be our day. And then, as you know, you got scored in the 75th. 80th minute, I thought, oh my day, this is not good. But I think that's been my best away. I remember last time we beat you 3-0 last season at our seat ground. So that was a good day. But I think the wave vlog that has been our best one. That's my best one.
Yeah, that must have been sick. I think not many. You'll find it hard to top stuff like that. So that is quality. And to be fair, I do remember the 3-0 bashing. I was away in Florida at the time, so I was lucky enough not to be in the away end for that. But yeah, no, understandable. I think one of my personal favourite memories was either when we beat you, it was like, it might have been a Boxing Day or something. There was snow everywhere. It was at the City Ground, and we won 3-1, 3 goals in the first half.
What year was that?
It was a 14-15 season.
Oh, I don't remember that game. I remember that game. I don't remember it.
Probably won't if it was a loss, to be honest. But even
I remember that game. So I don't want to talk about it.
Yep, there you go. Yeah, no. To be fair, we always have some decent encounters, whether it's at the City Ground or St Andrews. They're never really dull games, which is nice to see. So I suppose moving more back onto the current season, where do you think you'll finish?
I think we'll finish mid-table. Like I said, Birmingham. Are Birmingham mathematically safe?
No, not yet, but we're not far off. We're a point behind you, so if we win, we go above you.
Well, because I know after your fantastic win against Rotherham, it's good. Like I said, I think we'll finish. We definitely won't finish. I think mid-table. Mid-table will finish, but it's, like I said, I think that's why I said when Hughton come in, we'll finish mid-table because like he's got a massive summer to bring players in. So I think mid-table is. I think we'll finish. I'll be happy with 16th. If we finish 15th or 16th, I'll be happy with that after our shocking season.
Yeah, I can see that.
And Derby go down. Derby go down as well. So that'd be a bonus.
That's all I've been praying for weeks.
They won't go down. I don't think they'll go down. Though. I don't think they will go down.
Nah, I don't think they do. But I hope your hypothesis about David Marshall is correct. I saw that the other day on one of my best mates. I go to college with him, Adam Golanger. You'll know him as Golanger.
Golanger, is it?
Yeah. We're on the same course, sitting next to him at college. We're best mates.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shout out to Golanger. Shout him out.
Yeah, exactly. Shout out to the man, the myth. I'll be having him on this on the opposition view later in the week because we've got them on Saturday. So
okay.
yeah, that should be interesting. But yeah, no, I think your shout for where you'll finish is very fair. And hopefully Derby do go down, but we'll see.
Please do. Please do.
So yeah, just finally getting close to wrapping things up now. What are your thoughts on Birmingham this season?
I think I'm a little bit, I don't know, I'm a little bit disappointed because like you had Anton Kroenke, ex-Forest manager, and I really thought that you'd do something good, but I seen the games and you wasn't doing great, was you?
No.
And then like, was it Luka Juric? He wasn't even playing that much, was it?
No, he wasn't.
I just don't understand what was happening. And like you said, we just mentioned, you did a fantastic win against Rotherham. All around, I think, just like Forest, you've not been great at all. But and even you lost to Derby. I couldn't believe you lost. Was it 4-1? Lost to Derby.
It was 4-0 in the end. I felt sick. I stormed out my house at 3-0.
I couldn't listen to it. I was on the phone. I thought, what? This can't be happening.
It was all from individual errors, though. Derby weren't good. I'm just putting that out there. They weren't good.
But I just like Birmingham. I am surprised. I thought you'd do really good under Kroenke. Like I know I heard about the owners. They've not been great for your club.
No, not at all.
But at the same time, it's like Birmingham. Like everyone mentions, Birmingham always the second team behind Villa, but it's always a lovely day. I think I've been to Villa Park, not Villa Park, St Andrews twice, and it's a nice away day, really nice away day. But
yeah, everyone seems to enjoy St Andrews. To be fair.
Yeah, and the worst thing about it, I've been here twice, we've lost twice, and because it's just a burger ground for us. But I think Birmingham won't go down. They'll stay mid-table, and I think it's just a bit disappointing. Like I like Djukovic, and I hate Scott Hogan. If Scott Hogan scores passes tomorrow, I'll go mad. He scores passes every single time, and I think last season he scored passes, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Hopefully that happens again.
No, it's not happening. Scott Hogan, you're not scoring past us. There's not a chance.
Yeah, you just always seem to lose to us when you come to St Andrews. You just can't beat us there. I think in your last 10 visits, you've probably had one draw. Like, that's it. The rest have been wins.
Well, last time I think we beat you did we beat you 1-0? Dexter Blackstock?
Yeah, it was like, I think it was like 13, 14, 12, 13.
Yeah, that was under, I think it was Cottrell,
Yeah, it could have been.
That's a long time ago, though, but it's just a burger ground for us. We never win. I remember you had Yotta.
Oh, yeah, he was pulling the strings once.
And he always hammered Forest. Like, I think, was it 3 years ago, I think we lost 2-0. And I said to Yotta, on my vlog, if not on my vlog, Birmingham, Yotta will score.
I watched that vlog. I remember it.
And the first thing he did, Yotta scores. I was like, no, Yotta, go away. Leave me
alone. Were fuming. I remember it was hilarious. And then Adams scored the penalty later on in the game as well.
Yeah, so it was just Yotta. I don't like Yotta, but Birmingham as well. They're a good team.
Yeah, I remember the reverse fixture of that season as well. We went 2-0 up with 10 minutes to go at your place, and then we bottled it. And then Murphy scored at the death after Lolly had put one through Poppadom Hamsley camp.
Yes, like as well. I know you Birmingham fans. I know you hate Joe Lolly, but Joe Lolly will score past you. No, he's injured, isn't he? He's injured. Damn.
Yes. I'll probably talk about that on my match preview, to be fair. Joe Lolly being injured, big advantage to us because he always likes to score against Blues.
Oh, he loves scoring past Blues. I know he does all the time, but it's a bit disappointing. He can't play, can he?
Love that. We love that. But yeah, no, there's definitely been some good games down the years. I think what I like about that game most was Dukey's flying header. He was literally in the sky when he scored that header in the 2-2. But yeah, no, definitely have been some good games down the years. So I suppose just more drawing the focus back to Wednesday's game, just to wrap things up. What's your final score prediction, mate?
I personally think it could be a draw because, like I say, I think after your fantastic win against Rotherham, I think it would be 1-1 because, like I said, the last game we played was awful, absolutely shocking, and because I think Foz right now. They think on holiday. So I think it'll be 1-1 or either 2-1 to someone.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I was feeling either a 2-1 or a 2-2.
Yeah.
I feel like if it was at your place, it would be a draw. But I feel like because since Lee Bowyer's come in, we've had 100% win record at home. I hope we can keep that going. So I'm going to be positive and say 2-1 Blues. But I honestly wouldn't be surprised at all if it was a draw. But it's not a bad point. I think it's a decent point for either side, to be honest. If it did finish a draw.
Yeah, I think, like I said, you just mentioned Luke Bayer. Since he's come to Birmingham, he's turned around a little bit. But I just think, like, after your fantastic win, after I poured defeat on Saturday, I just think it'll be a draw.
I was going to say, you ruined my ACCA. Losing to Huddersfield completely destroyed my ACCA, so that was sad. But
to be fair, personally, secretly, I wanted Huddersfield to win that game because it'll make. I think like Derby, they need to win. I mean, if Rotherham win the next 2 games, Derby win bottom 3. So
yeah, they are.
I'm praying to the Lord, Derby just lose.
All Rotherham have to do is win their 2 games in hand. If they win their 2 games in hand, they go 2 points above Derby, which is just the sauce. It is the stuff you want. But we'll see. We can all hope.
Yeah.
Anyway, mate, it's been an absolute pleasure having you on. It's been great.
Thank you for having me on. Thank you for having me on. Thank you for having me on, Thomas.
No worries, mate. Absolute pleasure. Guys, go check out his link in the description. I'll leave all that stuff down there and socials and whatnot. And if you're feeling extra kind, go check out the Patreon link down below and get early access to some of our guest podcasts and all that shebang. So, cheers for joining us all. And it's been a pleasure as always. Keep right on and see you in the next one.
Up the Forest.